Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. We'll start our discussion with prayers, requesting you all to kindly join me by turning on your videos. That'd be really encouraging. Please turn on your videos and join me. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namne Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyati Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. And I just wanted to check if you're all able to hear me clearly. If yes, then my humble request is to turn on the videos. That will prove that you're all able to hear me very clearly. Yes. At the same time, I would like to thank all of you for coming and giving me this wonderful opportunity to glorify Srimad Bhagavatam for my own purification. So, today we are going to be continuing from the purport to 1.5.12. Right? We're going to do the purport. The purport is not that big, but yesterday we had a long discussion because the commentary of Acharyas is something that is really wonderful. So because of the amazing commentary of Acharyas, we spent a good amount of time there. And today we're going to continue with the purport. So requesting if somebody would like to read today. Okay. We have Nina Mataji. Please go ahead and read.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Purport by His Divine Grace Swami A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As referred to above, not only ordinary literature devoid of transcendental glorification of the Lord are condemned, but also Vedic literatures and speculations on the subject of impersonal Brahman when they are devoid of devotional service. When speculation on the impersonal Brahman is condemned on the above ground, then what to speak of ordinary fruitive work, which is not meant to fulfill, which is not meant to fulfill the aim of devotional service. Such speculative knowledge and fruitive work cannot lead one to the goal of perfection. Fruitive work in which almost all people in general are engaged is always painful either in the beginning or at the end. It can be fruitful only when made subservient to the devotional service of the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita, also it is confirmed that the result of such fruitive work may be offered for the service of the Lord. Otherwise, it leads to material bondage. The bona fide enjoyer of the fruitive work is the personality of Godhead, and thus, when the results of such work are engaged for sense gratification of the living beings, those results become acute sources of trouble for such false enjoyers. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Alright, so what is the main theme of this particular verse? The main theme of this verse is even spiritual literatures are useless if they are not glorifying Bhakti, Bhakta or Bhagavan. Right? Without that, the spiritual literatures are also dead. Yes. Although they may be spiritual, they are not alive because it is Bhakti, Bhakta and Bhagwan, that's non-different actually. These three principles are non-different. They are related and they always coexist. That's what gives life to the Vedic scriptures, right? And even if you look at the prayers of the Vedas personified, so the personified Vedas also pray to the Supreme Lord. Yes, and they also glorify Bhakti. And if we see, there are many sections that remain confidential even to the Vedic literatures. Even Vedas don't know certain things. And what is that? Yes, so that is something that is revealed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by the 6 Goswamis. Yes, there are many more things which are beyond the Vedic literatures. And ultimate culmination of Vedic literatures is Bhakti Rasa. Yes. I was yesterday reading a very amazing definition of Bhakti Bhav. Bhakti Bhav refers to the inner feelings of the soul. And usually we don't find it so very easily available in the Vedic literatures. The real inner feelings. Just like if you see Bhagavad Gita, they are the words of Lord. Srimad Bhagavatam, they are the activities of Lord. But Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's the heart of the Lord. Right? What is Lord's heart? That is something that is described in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So we all need to understand that what we have received by the blessings of the Acharyas, when they give commentaries on the Vedic literatures, they are actually revealing the mind and heart of Lord. So it is Lord reveals his mind to these Acharyas. Just like a spiritual master may reveal his mind to the closest disciple. And this disciple might come and meet his god brothers and god sisters and tell the others, oh, this is what Maharaj is telling. These are Maharaj's instructions. These are Maharaj's expectations. This is what is Maharaj's heart. So similarly, the Acharyas are very intimately connected with the Supreme Lord. And thus the Supreme Lord, He reveals his mind, He reveals his heart. And thus the Acharyas, they know the heart. That's why they are called as Tattvadarshi. So this principle has always been there in the Bhagavad Gita. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. So these Tattvadarshi, they've seen the truth, means they know the mind of Lord. They know the heart of Lord. And thus when we read or listen to their lectures, or we read their books, there are Prabhupada's purports, Prabhupada's lectures, we also get to know confidentiality much more than the Vedas, right? So bhakti is that principle that activates, that gives life. That's the first part. That's the main theme of this particular verse. What is Prabhupada telling in the purport? Prabhupada tells in the purport that bhakti is also the success element. If karma has to get success, then karma also should have some bhakti. If there are no fruitive activities, just like that performed, they lead to suffering. Even jnana without bhakti leads to suffering. Even yoga, dhyana yoga without bhakti leads to suffering. Anything without bhakti is suffering. And even if karma, jnana and dhyana has to become successful, yes, then also you need what? You need bhakti. Without this bhakti element, there will not be success. So the success is begotten by the bhakti element. And that is why who is a successful karmi should become karma yogi by performing bhakti mishra karma. Add some bhakti element, add Krishna, and offer the result to Krishna. A jnani will become jnana yogi when he adds an element of bhakti mishra jnana. Similarly, a dhyani, yes, tapasvi, such a person will become dhyana yogi when he adds bhakti element. So everybody should add the element of bhakti. Otherwise there will be bondage. And that bondage causes suffering. Bondage is like Maya arresting a criminal. Yes, if you are not turning our face Krishna Unmukha, we are not turned towards Krishna, then there is only second option, we are away from Krishna. And all those who are away from Krishna, they are all arrested by Maya. And arresting of Maya is called bondage, and bondage is always painful. Freedom is liberating. Everybody likes to be free. Nobody likes to be bound. We don't want to be bound by space. We don't like to be bound by rules. We all like freedom. But the real freedom can be attained by voluntarily accepting our subordination to Krishna. Then we get the freedom. Right? So it is very important that ultimately we have to surrender. Either surrender to Krishna or surrender to Maya. There are very hardly any options. So let us voluntarily surrender to Krishna. Okay, I think Amrita wants to make a comment. Yes, go ahead. Is it a comment or is it accidental raise of hand?
Okay, no, I want to ask you, like you said, we are bondage by the material world, but way to spirituality and ultimate liberation also goes through this way, because if I see poor, they don't have any Maya Jal, but still they are not into Krishna, whereas we all are still in the material world and still looking forward to Krishna. So I feel the way towards Krishna is also through material world, because right now when I compare myself and the poor people, their basic needs are not fulfilled yet. So how they can think of higher goals? Whereas me, when my basic needs are met, if I go for luxury, once they are met, or even if I avoid luxury because I have gyan or wisdom, then I can reach to Krishna. I can surrender. But it's so tough to just say that mm, we can't take help of Maya. I think it's very vital for us to take help of Maya. This is my viewpoint. I don't know it's right or wrong. This is what I personally feel, observe.
Well, your statement is first fulfill the basic needs of body and then we can talk about spirituality. And who fulfills the need of body? It is ultimately Krishna. Maya is just an instrument. Yantra Rudhani Maya. Maya or the material energy is Krishna's instrument. And somehow Krishna is such an amazing parent, guardian, father, that even those children who don't believe in him, he has actually provided everything for us. Even an atheist gets food, gets water, gets basic needs. Now the people who are poor in this life, they are the ones who have basically uh, absolutely disregarded what God has given them in the past life. A person who has no gratitude, a person who is absolutely disregarded. Now, for example, if company awards you a car for the purpose of coming to the company, and you take the car, you break all the windows, you break all the tires, you puncture the tires, you rupture the engine, and you break everything down. Will the company again give you a car? No, absolutely not. In fact, you have to pay back penny to penny because it was company's car, it was not your car. So the people who are poor right now, in the past lives, they have abused the facilities that were provided to them. That is the current state. That doesn't mean, I'm not saying that, oh, even if you are poor, you're, well, no problem. You still chant Hare Krishna, there is certain best, but still, even those people are provided certain basic needs by the means of certain charitable trusts, to the needs of certain charitable people. Somehow the food is arranged to go there. There are some animals. They don't have kitchens, they don't have homes. How is their food arranged? Yes. I remember the just in the balcony from in our home, we used to watch a pigeon. Yes, the pigeon used to have many little ones, young ones, And this pigeon used to come back with certain red color worms. I don't know from where it used to find. I tried a lot to search for these red worms. I never found one. But how is that pigeon able to exactly every day find that same worms? So it is the divine arrangement of Krishna. He has arranged food for everybody, even if you're in the body of that world. So that is not the problem. The problem is that these people who are living in such conditions, they are bound by karma. They don't have any dearth of food, although they may say we want food. Yes, there are people who give them food. There are beggars in Mumbai who earn more than software engineers, you know that? But their karma is to be beggar. If their karma is to be beggar, that's how they will live. That's what they will do. That is the profession they will do. They will beg. If their karma is to live in the slums, that's where they will stay. Government provides such slums. They demolish the slums and they make buildings to stay. We know what these people do. They give those building on rent. They make another slum and stay there. And with the rent that they get, they don't buy food. Food is given. Those guys, they do intoxication and liquor because that is their karma. You can never avoid your karma. So what is the need of the hour? The need of the hour is to give spiritual knowledge. And spiritual knowledge means Krishna conscious knowledge. To tell people the real position, who they are. They are not meant to be suffering like this, either in the slums or in the concrete jungle. They are meant to be in the spiritual world, the topmost position. We have unfortunately given up that position and come here to become beggars. These beggars are actually trillionaires, zillionaires. All of us. That's our position. So Shastras and Vaishnavas, they are reminding us, Guru is reminding us of our fortunate position that we have given up. Right? That is what is the need. There are many organizations who are fulfilling the needs of the belly, but there is hardly anybody who is fully fulfilling the need of the soul. So we have to do our part. Okay, that's very important. Let's go to the next verse. Also, there's one more verse that Prabhupada says. He talks about the third chapter, ninth verse. Yajnartat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. We will definitely be bound tightly by the shackles of Maya. They are called karma bandhan till the time we do not make our work into yajna, sacrifice. So unless we make our work into sacrifice, we will not be able to we will not be able to free ourselves from entanglement. On the other hand, if somebody is making one's work into sacrifice, yajna, by offering the fruits to Krishna, mukta sanga samachara, such a person is delivered. Such a person gets liberated from the material existence. Mukta sanga samachara. So, yeah, that's the point mentioned. A person creates a home. So there is a beautiful verse that comes in the Bhagavatam. I'll just we'll read this verse together. This comes in the 10th canto. This is the verse. Tavad ragadayas Tavat karagriham griham Tavad mohongrine gado Yavat Krishna na tejana. Yes, Amrita, I would like you to read this. Amrita Prabhu, please read.
My Lord, my dear Lord Krishna, until people become your devotees, their material attachments and desire remain thieves. Their home remain prison. and their affectionate feelings for their family members remain foot shackles.
Yes. So unless one becomes a devotee, that's the knowledge. Tavad ragadaya sneha stenas, thieves. Stena means thief. So till the time you have material attachments, you are thieves, and tavad kara graham graham. Kara graham means prison house. Your house is nothing but a prison house. It might be a slum or it might be a very big estate or villa. Tavad moha angri nigado. Yes, so your moha angri nigada. Your feet are shackled. You cannot move anywhere. Yavat Krishna Tejana. Till the time you become Krishna Jan, Vishnu Jan, Hari Jan. Jana means devotees, Krishna's man, Krishna's people. So till we become Krishna's people, which means the devotees, till the time we are going to be thieves because of material attachment. We are going to be bound to one's home and the shackles of life. That's a reality. So the only way to become free is by becoming Krishna's devotees. Yavat Krishna Natejana. Till the time you don't become Krishna's devotee, we are going to be shackled in the homes, in the ties of affection for so-called materialistic people in this world, and our so-called material work. Three things: your house, work, and people are going to bind you, and you remain here in the material existence. And who ties those shackles? Maya ties the shackles. But moment you become Krishna Jan, you're released. The shackles are released and you're let free. Go ahead. I often quote the story of the stray dog and the dog who's having a master. Yes, a master's dog. So the master dog and stray dog, they meet at the gate of the house. The master's dog is inside the house and the stray dog is outside the house. And the master dog is having a leash and he's tied to his Kent. Kent is a place where the dogs stay. And the other dog, the stray dog, is free completely. So this free dog, the stray dog, tells to this master's dog what kind of a dog you are. How unfortunate. You're bound with so many rules. You have to be with the master, eat with the master, sleep when the master says. You're bound to this territory. Look at me, I'm free. I can roam wherever I want. I can go wherever I want. I have nobody to dictate terms in my life. And I do what I want. On the other hand, poor you, you're bound up totally. So this particular thing gives us a feeling that the stray dog is free. So stray dogs are compared to the non-devotees. They tell to the devotees that you are bound with so many rules. You can only eat Krishna Prasad. You guys only go to temple. You guys only do Krishna Krishna. You look at us, we party. We can get up whenever we want. You guys have to get up in the morning, chant 16 rounds, come for the Bhagavatam class. What's all this? You have to do Mangal Arti and all this stuff. We don't have to do anything. We are free. We have holiday, chutti. We can do whatever we want. And what did this master's dog tell to the stray dog? He says, my dear friend, what do you do for your food? You have to go to the garbage. You have to keep Shut Parito Yatha Dina Sarameyo Graham Gram. You have to go from one place to another, looking for the garbage, fighting with the other stray dogs. You literally fight for one piece of chapati. That's your life. On the other hand, for me, my master serves me in my personal bowl. I have my personal bowl written Tommy. That personal bowl, I get hot food, which I eat every day. Master gives me and I eat, and I am well fed. You guys eat from garbage. What to speak of that? Where do you sleep? Wherever you try to go and sleep, you are beaten and you're shooed away. You're beaten with a stick and shooed away. Get out, get out. On the other hand, look at me. Nobody, I have my personal home. My master keeps me, it is dedicated to me, this space. Nobody else can come here. Not even my master comes and stays here. It is my exclusive place. I can stay. You may so-called roam freely, but anytime the dog catchers can come put you in their van, and they'll go and let you in the jungle, where you'll become food for all the jackals and the wild animals like tigers. They're going to eat you. On the other hand, till the time I'm having this leash and my master holds me and takes me for the walk, I walk as a very proud servant of my master. And nobody dares to touch me. In fact, these dog catchers come and they offer me a salute. That is my position. So who is greater? Tell me, who is free actually? It is me who is free. You can anytime be caught and put put in the van and taken to the forest and dumped there. Good for nothing. And you lose your life. My case is not like that. Correct? Alright, so we'll pause here. Any questions? Any devotees have any questions? We can take some questions or comments or some discussion. We can have. Anything connected to the topic or out of topic, either way is fine. Up to you all. Yes.
Uh, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have a question. It was from last class. It was
Mhm.
like you said that if we associate ourselves with a lot with our bodies, and you said like being a woman is one of that kind of a thing because we are too much attached to our body, especially females. So giving birth comes through a process. So I am very confused. If we are not attached, how a woman is going to give a birth?
Mm. All right.
And yeah, and if we are not attached, then there won't be any birth, which is right now we don't need so many births because already so many souls are on the earth. But there are also souls, those who are departing. So I am very confused when you say that women are more attached. Is it good also because when we are more attached, we are able to take care of other souls as well? Whereas nurturing of a child is always given to the mother, it's her duty. Whereas if it's given to a father, he might do it well, but there won't be emotional thing in a child, which I have noticed a lot. The kids are very not stable in their emotion, they crave for motherly love. So I'm very confused when you said that women are more into the body. I agree, we are,
Okay, I
but
get your point.
yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for your question. Can you all hear me? You all kind of froze off. Yeah, okay, you can all hear me. Yes. Anybody the moment you got a material body, the reason we got material body is because we have been bodily conscious in the past. Yeah. Because of bodily concept of life, you get a body. If you have spiritual concept of life, you get spiritual body. So bodily concept of life is everybody's problem in this material existence. That is what is called as avidya. The bodily concept of life is called as avidya. Correct? And even in the bodily concept of life, where one bodily concept of life means one thinks one is body. A man thinks he is body, woman thinks she is the body. Now, in case of a soul being in a man's body or woman's body, either of the bodies, it is women who have to take more care of their bodies. They have to, because that's how it is in this material world. They have to take care of their looks. They have to take care of the way they conduct in terms of that. That is how the society is, the social norms, the Varnashram system, the Stri Dharma. Yeah, it has to be there. Men, on the other hand, they don't have to much take care of all these things. Yeah, it is not required. That's how it is designed. So on a spiritual level, there is absolutely no difference. But when we talk about bodies, there is a distinction between male forms and female forms. There is a distinction on a material level. But on a spiritual conception, absolutely. From bhakti point of view, no. There is no point of view. Both of them can make tremendous advancement in bhakti, and both have equal opportunity to become Krishna conscious, to revive their Krishna consciousness. That opportunity is equally there for all. Because holy name is merciful to all. Holy name is not, you're male, okay, more mercy. You're female, less mercy. No, it's not like that. The Nama, Harinama is the only way of deliverance in the age of Kali. Harinama, Harinama, Harinama iva kevalam. Kalau nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatiranyata. Yes. In the spiritual world, we look at the topmost devotees. They are the females. The Vrajagopika Gana. They are the topmost devotees of Krishna. Right? And they are the ones who give the maximum rasa to Krishna. Ujjvala rasa. The Sringara ras. It's the gopis, Vrajagopika Gana. If you look at all our acharyas, they have all been in male bodies. But in the spiritual world, the constitutional position has been Manjaris. They were all associates of the Ashtasakis who have come to this material existence. But the original Swarupa is that of the Ashtasakis, Manjaris. The young girls, 6 to 9-year-old girls who assist in the intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna. So that has been the Swarupa or the constitutional position of all the acharyas. Is that okay? So far so good. Alright. So bodily attachment is a very much a function of this material world where that is something which is there. Bodily attachment is an anartha. But Deha Dharma is a responsibility. The scriptures advise one to do Deha Dharma, which means to keep body and soul together. We have to perform certain functions, which is the duty of everyone till the time we are in this body. That's called Deha Dharma. That can never ever be avoided by anybody. Whereas bodily sense gratification, bhoga, is something that is condemned in the Shastra. Excessive sense gratification. But body needs sense gratification. Your senses need good food. Your senses need cleansing. Your body needs the bathing, cleansing, etc. This is a need. Similarly, in the social order, there is a need of these 4 activities. Eating, sleeping, in that one of the activities, mating also and defending. So eating, sleeping, defending, and there is one activity of mating. They are called as one of the need. They are the commonalities between Samanya Metat Pashubir Naranam. So mating means to produce population, Praja Utpatti. So this is how the creator Brahmaji made the system, because he was creating all Manasa Putras. Many of them were becoming sannyasis and they want to remain brahmacharis. Then he said, how will my business go on? So that is when this particular facility was created. The pleasure coating on the genitals of both the individuals, where they get there is a particular pleasure that the genitals get, which made the impetus for the population to go on. So before that pleasure was created, there was nobody interested to perform creation. They were not interested to do. No, you like to, what is there to do? So that pleasure had to be created to create an impetus for people to go on with the population. Getting it right? So that was a need. So that pleasure is something, that kama or the sexual drive, that was something which led to the opposite species to interact. But before, there were no opposite gender at all. They were all, if you look at the first creations, there is Narada, there are Saptarishis, the Rudra, 4 Kumaras. These are all the people. Shatarupa, Manu and Shatarupa were the first couple who were born. That is where the Manushya Jati started, with male and female form. The two forms came. Brahma also was kind of, oh, really? This is something new for me also. Female form, okay. So you have to understand. That is when the creation started through this particular matter, in this particular way of mating. Now, unless there is bodily attachment, they cannot be mating at all. Yes, there will not be mating. And most of the people who chose to be Brahmas, if you read the fourth canto, first 8th chapter, first verse, I'll show you. मैत्रेय उवाच सनकादया नारसश्च रुभुर्हंसोऽरुणिर्यतै नैते गृहान् ब्रह्मसूत हि आवसन्नूर्ध्वरेतसः. The great sage Maitreya said, the four great Kumara sages headed by Sanaka as well as Narada, Ribhu, Hamsa, Aruni and Yati, all sons of Brahma, did not live at home, but they became Urvareta or Naishtik Brahmacharis, unadulterated celibates. So these are the ones who preferred not to exercise the mating feature, and that is something which is called as Brahmacharya. That principle is there in the Shastra. And actually even the Grihasthas are supposed to follow this principle. But they use this particular energy only to create good population, nothing else. Yes. So usually the tendency in womanhood, usually, I'm telling usually, we cannot generalize it to everyone. Generally, usually, the tendency in womanhood is to produce population. They would like to have children. That is their lust. The Kama Vasana manifests in man to have sexual contact. The Kama Vasana usually in the woman which was given is to beget children and expand her. The meaning of Stree is one who performs material expansion. Expansion of material population. Expansion of material assets usually. This is how the Srishti goes ahead. That is created. And that cannot happen without bodily attachment. Right? I hope I could give some clarity. Thank you. Her Grace Bhakti Sundari Mataji, your question. There is another question which is okay. I'll take after yours. Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, that was fine.
Yes.
Prabhuji, thank you so much for clearing so many doubts and so precisely. I actually really like the classes because you bring up the topic so nicely and all the points related to that topic are covered. I really admire your classes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Very grateful, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Prabhuji, regarding this only means like the way you consolidate all the points related to that topic means while studying Srimad Bhagavatam, I find it very difficult to recollect or retain the topics or the knowledge from the Srila Prabhupada purpose. So I want your guidance and some tips. So how we can retain this whatever we are studying.
Okay. The best way to retain what you're studying is by preaching. Yes. That's what we can do. So yeah, one thing whatever we do is when we are getting the knowledge, when you are in a class, what we can try to do as a speaker is speaking. We can take notes. We can make notes. Take notes as in what the speaker spoke, and make notes means you give the titles, headings. Now somebody asks what was the theme of the class. Broadly, we should be able to explain the class. Okay, broadly this was the theme ABC. Like today's class, broadly the theme was spiritual literatures are useless without glorifying Bhakti, Bhakta and Bhagavan. Broad theme. Now after the broad theme, there will be sub-themes. So what was sub-theme? The sub-theme is Bhakti is the activating principle. Bhakti is the success principle. So now elaboration of the sub-themes. Okay, Bhakti is the active principle means it is Bhakti that makes a scripture or a person alive. not jnana or karma or yoga. And bhakti is a success principle, means even karma gives heavenly planets, jnana gives liberation, yoga gives siddhis when there is element of bhakti. Right? And then any further examples we can add. So by this way, if we go back after the class, we can just kind of make a map to ourselves. That's why I always carry this. I also carry notebook and pen. So when somebody is reading the purport, I make points quickly. Right? And what's the theme? What are the sub themes? What are the pointers in the themes? And any examples, good examples. We structure it in the class, then we remember the class. And we can kind of share it. We can share it. I developed a habit when I hear my spiritual master's lecture. I try to write article on that. I try to write something on it. If we have time, we can do that. Otherwise, at least a quick, rough mind map, maybe 2 minutes after the class. And you will see, if we maintain this practice, we'll see we can retain a lot. I developed this practice when I joined the ashram. Yes, I was initially part of boys ashram with the boys, the student ashram, and that is where we used to hear lectures and make this notes. And later on, even in the brahmachari ashram, when the class was given, we would do this 1 hour lecture. We would break it down to themes, what were the main things, and give a summary. Even in 2 minutes, explain class to somebody. And especially some of my senior devotees who had to travel, they would call me and ask, okay, what was explained in this class? My God, it's good that I make notes, I can share. Then I thought, well, I should be able to share this with everyone. This is how I started doing things. And to practice it, we can even do it with Prabhupada books. And you will see this when you ask the right questions like this. Okay, what was the theme? You will get some understanding. It may not be 100% accurate in between, in the beginning. Oh no, this was not what the speaker was intending to speak. This was it. But no, at least you remember something. And then it get, as in when you grow, it refines. A refinement comes. Does that help?
Yes, Prabhuji, absolutely. It's very helpful. Means, as usual, you have consolidated the theme and everything. Mm, Guided me very well, Prabhuji. And also, I feel, Prabhuji, you are very much connected with Paramatma, because when the question is asked to you, you really answer it out of the context only. It doesn't go out of context.
It's
The
because
way you.
when question starts, my prayer starts. Gurudev, tell me, I don't know anything. Please help me. So that
Yes.
prayer starts immediately. So whatever I am inspired, I immediately share. So because we don't give any questions, Krishna who gives the Matta Smritir Jnanam Apohanam cha. So I have little understanding of this shloka, that it's Krishna who is inspiring us to speak. So we have to remain connected through that prayer. Because the connection breaks, then we'll speculate. The connection breaks, then we will not be able to touch the heart. Yeah, you gave an answer, but somehow not convincing. Oh, my head is convinced, heart is not convinced. These all things happen. So we have to be very prayerful and connected. That's actually the responsibility of the speaker. The speaker is supposed to repeat what Krishna and Guru is saying, and that's possible only with grace. So we try level best to Mangalacharan and through constant prayer remain connected. Please help, help me. I am helpless. I'm a fool. We think like this. I'm actually a fool. Fool number one, Prabhupada's language. I'm a fool number one. Then you get maximum mercy. That's why when Narottam Das Thakur prays, right? He prays Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, दया करो मोरे तुम बिना के दयालु जगत संसारे पतित पावन हेतु तव अवतार मोशमा पतित प्रभु ना पाई बिहार. You will not get somebody more fallen than me. So please start your mission by delivering me first. Okay. The least qualified get the maximum mercy. So the more you convince the Lord I am least qualified, the more mercy you get. Alright, I'll quickly answer what is Vyasti and Samasti. This come in Prabhupada books. So these are terminologies that come in Taittiriya Upanishad. It is called Vyasti, the system in which a person directs his meditation towards the self and thus seeks to understand the absolute by considering himself a fragment of the Supreme. That's called Vyasti. I am a part and parcel of Krishna. Analogously, one who can study the nature of the entire ocean by scrutinizing a drop, the second indirect system is called Samasti, in which one studies the entirety of the universe while considering it to be the body of Supreme. Samasti, full. So studying a drop of ocean is called as Vyasti, that is studying the Jiva. And studying the whole ocean, Samasti. Samasti means sum total, sum totality. Studying about the universal form of Lord. And through that understanding our position. Through our tiny insignificant position, understanding greatness of Krishna, or through understanding Krishna's greatness, understanding our insignificance. Vyasti and Samasti. There are more understandings to this. Vyasti means actually individual soul, Jiva. Samasti means collective Herrenknecht, the collection of all the Jivas. That's called Samasti Jiva. The Virat Purusha releases a golden semen in which there is connection of all the Jivas. Alright, we'd like to thank everyone for coming. The Bhagavad Gita class speaker is here. Is it Sadhu Sang Prabhu? Okay, we'd like to end Srimad Bhagavatam class. Jigranth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Samasta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.